A lot of the people that came to the sport fresh in the last few years are ultimate players that transferred over, and we're so happy to have them in disc golf. But man, is it humbling to watch these players that are so good at angle control and have so much snap on the disc to watch them instantly come out and be able to throw 400 feet. Sofia, a great example of that. I think Owen is capable of shooting a hot round any day, at any moment. The way that her putter is, it's so important to be able to make circle 2 putts out here, and Owen can make any circle 2 putt, and she can string them together as well.
Mertsch had some truly amazing shots out there and was doing incredible things with the discs. She just had a few blemishes, and if we've seen anything out here at Glendoveer East is you have to keep your foot on the gas and get all of the birdies and try to stay bogey free out there. Paige Pierce shot the hot round today at 9 down, and it just really felt like a return to form. And today it looked like the world champ is back, ready to win again. That's a scary person to have on the card, hungry to win. I think it can easily come down to a finish at the very end. I think we're going to be on the edge of our seats looking at a lot of lead changes tomorrow between anyone on the card.
Hello and welcome to the final round of the 2024 Portland Open presented by Latitude 64. We're halfway through the year and we are at our second Disc Golf Pro Tour Elite Plus event. This one's worth more points. We're just after cut day. I'm Madison Walker.
I'm Erika Stinchcomb. We're the two hot geese.
Honk.
And happy to be indoors while it rains out there. It was a lot tougher, I think, but not really windy, so that's nice, just rainy.
Oh, it was windy.
Was it that? Was it windy?
It got a little windy out there.
Okay, we'll see it happen. We'll see. Paige Pierce shooting that 9 down yesterday, 88% fairway hits, 74% circle 2 in regulation, and 88% C1X putting. That was a 10-15 rated round yesterday.
Kat Mertsch in second place, 91% fairway hit, 79% of the time she's in circle 2 putting for birdie and making 79% of her circle 1X putts.
Owen Scoggins, 86% fairway hits, 63% landing in circle 2 in regulation, and 87% C1X putting. Owen shooting that 4 down. She's 2 strokes back of Paige currently.
And last but not least, Sofia Donnecke, 88% of the time she's in the fairway, 67% of the time finding circle 2 at minimum, making 77% of her circle 1X putts, and really looking like she's done this a million times.
Yeah, kind of crazy.
Yeah.
She's 935 rated, folks.
Yep, and this is her second Pro Tour event, and she's lights out.
Hole 1 played as the most difficult hole yesterday. It's a par 4, 590 feet. You are teeing from out of bounds over a cart path. There's an OB green and a hazard bunker, OB deep. Then we kind of take a right angle here and follow this wiggly little line on the left of out of bounds to an elevated pin surrounded by OB. There's just OB everywhere.
Now, we are here for the lead card on the final day of the FPO division at Glendoveer Golf and Tennis. Up first on your lead card, out of Pensacola, Florida, and leading the tournament, sponsored by Discraft, OTB, and Idio Shoes. Put your hands together for Paige Pierce.
Paige hasn't even really been stringing together lead card appearances this year, so since her injury, so it's really cool to see her not only on lead card, but also in the lead.
3 rounds in a row lead card. Her first lead card appearance, then second, now third.
Wow.
For 2024.
Up next, the tee, sponsored by Innova Champion Discs, wants to give a shout out to her mom and grandma, Tracy and Rona, watching at home. Out of Rosebud, Arkansas, Kat Mertsch.
What a shout out that was. Also, that announcer is looking super Oregon today with the hoodie in the rain.
Yeah.
That's what they do.
Forehand is a really good play here. As long as you... Oh, wow. I was going to say don't fade too hard to the right into that bunker, but she pushes it nice and straight, catches that tree a little bit.
Next, the tee out of Los Angeles, California, sponsored by Innova Champion Discs, Grip Equipment, and Zuka. Make some noise for Owen Scoggins!
Owen shooting the course record twice at the East Course.
Yeah, last year and the year before.
So she loves this place. She feels comfortable out here. It caters to her game.
And last at tee, representing Emerald City Discs, sponsored by Innova Champion Plastic, out of Victoria, British Columbia, Sofia Donnecke!
OTB, her first DGPT event. This is her second. She's on lead card and was yesterday. It's final day. She could win this thing.
And she's out the gate with a really technical backhand that just gets a little bit juiced. Classic hole one strength.
It's possible to save a par over there, but such a technical second shot. Owen had a good round yesterday. She just had a few bogeys and a few missed short putts, even though she hit some long ones.
Accidentally throwlers it, but thankfully it cuts back inbounds.
Kat gonna work another sidearm up the left side, really trusting it. This is over out of bounds this entire way, and she gets a great skip to just outside the circle. What a risky shot.
That looked like it was done.
Just great trust.
Yep.
But it could have hit the curb and stayed out. It's crazy.
Paige working it up the right side, waiting for that disc to hyzer back in, and it sure does.
Yeah, that was the safer way to play that, but so difficult to throw that straight for that long.
Sofia has a little bit more of an open angle, doesn't have to push the right side as much until the very end, and she's down there putting.
Owen just looking to put this one close. Gonna do the same thing that Kat did, hang it over OB, and that's going really deep. It's gonna be quite an uphill putt from about 40 feet for Owen to get a par.
Sofia to save par after out of bounds on the first shot, and she's not even messing around. That is such a mature decision. It's really great game plan, sticking to it.
Yeah, it's not the end of the world to take a bogey on this one.
Yeah, yesterday it was the hardest hole on the course. Today, the second most difficult hole on the course. There were only 4 birdies in the field of 24.
I am surprised not to see Kat run that.
Me too.
So much maturity happening.
I think these ladies know that on a rainy day like today, even just putting together a par round with a couple birdies stringing around is going to be good.
Yeah.
It's going to be maybe not good enough to win, but good enough to position.
Oh, Paige squeaks it in there to extend her lead immediately.
Paige, one of 4 birdies, the only others by Annika Sten, Ella Hansen, and Emily Weatherman.
Did it play as the hardest hole again?
Second.
As you said when I listened.
Yeah, there were 10 OB strokes out of 24 competitors on this hole.
Oof.
It's all over the place.
Little slow-mo of Paige throwing that crystal fierce tee shot. She's got 3 strokes over Kat Mertsch. Owen gonna move down into third. Sofia solo fourth.
Hole 2 is the 3rd most difficult hole of the day today. Very surprising. Must have been a challenging wind out there. There's out of bounds all the way down the left-hand side and in that hazard bunker just to the right and deep of the pin. You see a lot of sidearms here. You see some backhand turnovers as well. You can go inside or outside of that big main tree in the gap, but it's all about trusting your disc to land nice and flat on the green. Can't see the basket. It is blind.
Paige worked this same shot yesterday. This is her Z sole on a really pretty turnover. Leaves it, looks like just outside the circle. I do think it's easier to park this hole with the sidearm, but you need a pretty good skip usually. It's a great angle from Kat.
Doesn't get the ground play right on that slope, but she is putting.
I think she's inside the circle, though. Let's see. I love this play.
Yeah, I like the inside route so much.
But, yeah, that's the risk.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, you can see a headwind here, which makes the shot shaping very challenging. You really have to trust your disc. Sofia overturning it early, but she'll have a pretty easy chip up for par.
Sofia going sidearm, pitching it up to about 15 feet. Own up first for the birdie bid. Probably a soft run? Full run.
Full send.
Oh, sit. Oh,
No.
that sucks. This is a hazard bunker. Really unfortunate break.
Yeah, and that rolled very far into the bunker as well. She's got to putt it from the disc, not from where it crossed.
Paige giving it a softer run than normal, possibly from seeing Own's roll. Cat undercommitted on that birdie bid. Leaves it low. Wow,
Oh,
Own two.
And what a surprising little turn of events on hole 2. There were only 3 birdies today on this one. Cynthia Ricciardi, Colin Hanley, and Ella Hansen.
I'm guessing it was the third most difficult hole. Is that right? The joke.
Oh.
I listened. Surprised not to see any birdies, and that's a really unfortunate start for Own 3 over through 2 holes. Checking in with a chase card here. Holland Hanley ahead on hole 3. It's just a straight shot, 285 feet. Plays a little farther. This is the hardest gap. Going dead straight like that for so long.
Yeah, it's only about 12 feet wide, and it is 3/4 of the way down the fairway. Holland makes good on it and makes the comeback putt as well.
2 down through 3, and not bad. All business.
Oh, yeah.
Look at
Full
that business
business.
ponytail even. Somehow her hair is saying business too.
Yep, and we're checking in again on the next hole. This is atypical, the route that Holland's taking right now. Most people inside of that big tree, but she has got the distance to get there using just a pure hyzer outside. Really trusting that disc with the out of bounds late in the fairway on the right side.
Just having to go straddle putt around this guardian tree. Oh,
Man.
yeah.
In the wind, floating a hyzer putt like that, that is incredible and taking some major focus. Thank goodness Business Holland's here.
Yeah, all wind, no rain, just like I said earlier. Holland with the hot round after those couple of birdies we just saw. Moves into solo third.
And on a wet day, that is just leaps and bounds above the rest of the competition.
Hole 3, par 3, we just saw it from Holland, 285 feet. We saw Paige take the same gap yesterday and pipe it through the center, getting a birdie. You can also work a couple of different flex lines up the hill. Definitely takes more power than the 285. The upslope and the low ceiling makes this one pretty difficult, tight, and technical. Paige more right than yesterday. She hits the koozie.
Oh my gosh. Somehow making the flex line look like a straight line. Even with a little branch action.
Wow. Paige really looking in control here.
She sure is.
Cat, late release, very high. Makes some forward progress. Looks bummed.
Sofia hitting that one tree that we're all trying to avoid. Oh, and working the flex on the left side. Almost sneaks through that last tree. Three out of four competitors on the card. Gonna have a little work left to do before they're putting.
Nice little upshot there from Kat Mertsch on the little... actually, it's a wide open look, and that's a soft run for sure. Gonna be her first par of the round, it looks like.
Yeah, what a rough start out here. It's hard to come out of the hole on these Glendoveer courses, especially on a wet day like this.
Especially if you're trying to win the dang thing.
Uh-huh. There were 7 birdies today, only 1 on our lead card, and it's our current tournament leader.
Ace run to birdie. Bogey-free 2 down through 3. Pushing. A 4-stroke lead. Man, a few more birdies from Paige like that over her card mates, and it's going to be so hard to catch her.
It sure is. She's on the verge of running away with it.
Yeah, sure.
We watched Holland play this hole with the wide hyzer route, but most players going up the middle on this 320-foot par 3. These guardian trees are very well placed if you land behind either one of them. It can be difficult to putt around these big, beautiful Oregon trees. This is one that everyone is going to not feel great if they don't get one of the easier birdies on the course.
Couldn't have said it better myself. We saw Paige take this hyzer line, same as Holland did in that chase card check-in. She went a little deep yesterday. And on the early side today, but has a long look at another birdie.
Kat also going to go out and around. And that is great.
Wow.
Bullseye.
Kat throwing her Meadow Flake Thunderbird to park this one. Picture perfect. I like how she matched the disc to the follow flight color.
Mm-hmm.
Really cool move.
Sofia taking the middle gap, hoping to get something to flip a little more, but she's putting. Circle 2 is what you're looking at a lot on the holes out here at Glendoveer.
I think she looks a little bit more nervous today than yesterday. Can't imagine why. Like she already did it, you know, the lead card. She's still here.
Owen getting some good ground
nice.
play. Going to deal with the large bottom of that very epic tree.
I think she prefers fat bottom. Paige, little jumper here for a birdie. Great looking run. Sofia with an open look at it here. Yeah! Even high fives a little leaf on her way.
Yes, Already a slow mez on hole 4.
What a cool one. Sofia moving back to even par. Big old smile.
Own framed up for the putt here. Not quite enough chains.
They bottomed out. I am sorry for that one. Sofia gonna take a stroke over Paige and own. Cat with that park job. Brings it back to 3 strokes within the lead.
Just over half the field birdied this one. Not a musket, but dang near close.
Holland tied with Sofia still at the moment. Hole 5 downhill. Very fun tee shot. It's a par 5, 910 feet. We saw some huge shots off the tee from our lead card yesterday, getting nearly to these hazard bunkers. There's a variety of bunker shapes for you to enjoy. An OB golf green. Second shot, you are usually laying up short of this second golf green before going across on your third, and then ideally just parking it. It played, I believe, as the easiest hole yesterday. There's that little pond you have to deal with. If you're out of position or catch a tree on your second shot, it can be, I guess, tricky, but I mean, everyone here is thinking birdie for sure, and I'm wondering if we're going to see an eagle here.
Wow, this is huge.
Massive.
Oh, my.
Like ridiculously far.
She can reach the bunkers.
Yeah.
And she's far enough left where she might actually have an open line. Well,
I hope we see someone go
she
for
tries
it.
to do.
That was that metal flake katana again. Or, not again for the first time. This is also so massive. You know,
wow.
You want to hear something extra crazy?
Yeah.
The Star TL3. It's not even a distance driver.
Oh my gosh, just on the perfect angle.
Yeah. Paige with her ESP drive, flipping it up, getting some nice drift. Wow.
I like working the right side. These tee shots are incredible.
Breathtaking.
There is no one really in the field getting that far, and we just watched 3 in a row.
Oh, wait, what did she say? I'm sure it's something about how she's not going to throw it half as far.
Owen's going to show us what the normal game plan is.
Come on, guy, come on!
That's hilarious. Like, that's a great tee shot.
It is a great tee shot.
It's like it's a normal one though, for sure. I mean, everyone
More
else
normal.
is
It's
like,
still far.
It's still good, but how far do you think they are in front of her? 100 feet? I mean, yeah, at least 100 feet, I think.
Owen's still in position to birdie. Getting around these line of trees is helpful, but she's good for hitting the gap too.
What a ham, playing it up to the crowd. Looks like Kat is lining this up. Going across this little pond for eagle. There's an OB line deep as well that can come into play here.
Oh my God.
Wow.
Are you serious?
She outside the circle left, it looks like. And the pin is, again, on a hill. It's risky, but she's there. And she's looking kind of businessy today.
She kind of looks like a badass.
Do you think?
Pardon my French.
Do you think she took a seminar from Holland?
Yeah. Sofia just going to chip up to the short side. I think she could do it, though, if she wanted to. She was a little more out of position.
Yeah, Kat being on the left definitely opened up that shot. You can see all these trees in the way of the really aggressive line for both Sofia and Paige.
Sorry, y'all. I wanted to try.
Owen's third shot. She's got about 200 feet to the basket. Going a little deep, but inside the circle still. It's going to be kind of a funky putt.
Paige with her fierce, maybe 170-ish feet. She just floats it up there nicely out to the bullseye. Easy birdie to move to 3 down through 5. I like the commitment on Sofia's up shots. It can be easy to kind of fluff those and leave them short.
Yeah, I like that they're nice and low and linear, relying on the grass to grab. Cat 4 eagle.
Yeah. Oh, yes. Oh, look at her. She is locked in. Yeah, let's see that again. On that hyzer line, catches the right side, drops in. It's crazy to see Kat like not even really celebrate, just kind of be like, yep, that's it. We're going.
Yep, this is just what we do out here.
Man, I wish I knew if this hole has been eagled before. I don't think so. It's a probable statistic for you anyway. And can we call this a star frame plus?
Yeah, it's definitely still a star frame.
But I feel like it needs
a shooting star frame.
Shooting star frame for sure. Thank you. That's exactly what I was looking for. And $25 to edge.
That was the easiest hole on the... third easiest hole on the course. 61% of the field birdieing it. I don't know how that's not the easiest hole, but...
Yeah, that's crazy. Cat able to take a stroke on Paige, even though Paige birdied the hole. Eagles are neat, huh?
Yeah, they are. Hole 6, 290 feet. Downhill, there's a bunch of options. We used to see a lot of people just go dead straight at it, but we see a lot more sidearms out to the left or even some hyzers out to the right. There's a low-hanging tree branch that's kind of made that play not so viable, but no out of bounds you have to worry about, so you can get as aggressive as you want.
I think everyone yesterday took that left side gap rather than go up the middle.
And I think Paige did a backhand. Mm-hmm. Everyone else on our card doing forehands. Kat with a little spin move after she doesn't love the early release. It works out okay.
Sofia going Echo Star, X Cal, a little high on the forehand and catches early.
Yeah, I think the best way to get there is to throw it low and hard with something overstable and try to get the ground play. But with the grass being so wet, that plan may not work today.
Paige going backhand does catch a branch, but I think it's still going to get all the way there for a putt. Leaves it just outside the circle. That is a stable one.
Oh, yeah. Circle's edge putt for own. Trying to get another birdie on the board.
Sofia pitching up with a sidearm. Probably 200 feet there to go, and she comes just inside the tree and is close for her par.
Probably not the plan, but it worked out.
Yeah. A little early again from Kat. Oh, brutal roll.
Dang.
Maybe a little bit of a slip. She kind of looked at her hand. Very wet conditions out there. And that is such a bummer, especially after that eagle. Paige for another birdie. Oh. Uh-oh.
Mm-hmm. She is looking locked in.
Great looking putt. Own for her own birdie here. Leaves it low.
With Own's game, she kind of has to be making these longer putts.
Mm-hmm. Especially with those bogey strokes early.
Yeah, you can see Sofia, Paige are both just humongous distance thrower. Kat Mertsch, one of the farthest throwers in the FPO field right now. And it really does give such an advantage out here. It's cool to see Owen still hang with everybody, but yeah, she's got to be dropping those long putts.
Definitely. Paige, again with a 4-stroke lead, checking back in with Holland Hanley on chase. Hole 7 uphill, par 4, 450 feet.
Smoked.
Yeah, that's super far. Those little tassels on the left side of the screen, just short of those is a pretty, I would say, normal landing zone. Holland at least 40 feet past that.
Oh, maybe can almost see the basket. Wow.
Beautiful shot. Yeah, this is usually a blind shot. Holland making easy work of this one.
Visit quirkygoodies.com today. We have over 100 fun, unique disc golf tees along with hats, stickers, metal wall art, and much more. Use code JomezPro20 for 20% off.
Hole 7. We just saw it. Let's do it again. Uphill par 4, 450. Low ceiling, trying to go uphill can be difficult to get all the distance. If you can get level with that Mando tree, as I said, or a little farther as Holland did, it can make this next shot a lot easier. Usually you're kind of swinging a bit of a hyzer through here. There are a few guardian trees on the left side especially that can get in the way if you saw something off. This usually plays as one of the easiest holes. Everyone in the field can reach this one.
Yeah, there's no out of bounds besides that one Mando. So as long as you miss that, it's pretty easy to at least take a par.
And that other Mando.
There's 2 Mandos?
The one up on the right.
Oh. The first Mando doesn't.
Oh, okay. I don't know.
I don't know either.
Looks pretty scary if you really early release it.
Erika's mental game kills it.
I'm just kidding.
Sofia getting almost as far as we saw Holland land earlier.
Own with old Flippy Yella, a name that I regret giving it and will never say again. Cat with a Halo Destroyer.
She kind of flirted with the Mando tree yesterday. Great correction here, although she might be a little more left than you want. Oh, nice and wide out to the right, really opening up the second shot, but it's a lot of distance to cover from there. Every bit of 330, 340 with the uphill.
She's throwing the same yellow Destroyer. Leaves it just outside the circle. Cat going standstill, a lower, slower speed disc, and great shot.
I like to see her shots that push the ceiling like that. It's not an angle I would ever really pick myself, so it's cool to see other people with the slow speed, higher shots.
Raising the roof, you could say.
Yeah,
oh,
speaking
cool
of.
Shot. Sofia and a nice spiky hyzer. Sneaking by some trees and some branches there.
Paige using the airspace a little bit as well. Coming up on circle's edge for birdie.
Own from, looks like 50-ish feet for a birdie. And just coming up low today. Paige from circle's edge. Her first miss. Dead center high.
Yeah, super committed.
Cat missing on the left there for her birdie.
Sofia taking a stroke on the rest of the card.
Yeah.
The tiniest fist pump. There were 8 birdies on this hole today, middle of the pack on difficulty. A little surprised not to see some more birdies from our lead card. They're busy birdieing all the hard ones.
Yeah. And I don't know, there's always so much pressure on the short ones.
Mm-hmm.
Still a 4-stroke game. Sofia putting herself within 5 strokes of the lead. Holland 5 down through 8. Crazy.
It's hard to really, I guess, talk about any lead being good enough though when you have the hardest holes at the end of the round.
Absolutely.
Hole 8 can be a difficult hole to birdie if you get tangled up early. It gets almost impossible to access the green unless you have huge hyzer distance and are willing to put it out over that right side out of bounds. But we also see a lot of players working their way up the left side. That OB line's just a little bit tighter over there, and there's a few more low-hanging branches. It's player's choice here. I like to see a big distance shot higher in the branches turning, like Sofia's trying to do here.
Almost. Doesn't get that turn, gets caught up. And drops to a decent spot. I think it's still possible to birdie from there with her distance.
About 350-ish.
Yeah. Pretty technical, though.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, this looks better. Get out and around.
Oh. Works through. That's great.
Ah, that's really good.
Yeah, checks up nicely before that out of bounds on the left-hand side. Owen going to go forehand, forcing that left side. Ooh, flirting with the OB, but making it work, getting way down there.
Nice shot. Cat Mertsch, trusty champ Thunderbird, trying to do more of a hyzer flip play, and she's going right towards those branches. Doesn't really filter through much, and in a bit of a worse spot, it looks like, than Sofia.
Almost 60% of the field birding this one today. You can see who made the cut, people that can throw far.
Cat, wow, great shot.
That is wild.
Huge amount of distance to cover on a pure hyzer line. Let's see, it looks like Sofia's also lining up that right side out and around.
It's a little bit more normal, going lower, getting hopefully some ground play at the end, and she does. She skips up inside the circle. I don't remember the distance exactly, but I know it's more than 350 from where everyone's throwing from here. It does have that little downhill advantage, but it's hard to cover enough ground to get there.
Yeah, especially from where Owen is.
Mm-hmm, with that low ceiling, too.
This is the best drive I've seen.
Yeah.
Paige still having to contend with this one tree, though. Goes forehand out and around and gets it inside the circle, but she'll still have to make a putt for another birdie.
Ooh, that rain really starting to dump.
Here we go.
You can't even see it from this angle. Owen's putter is probably absolutely drenched.
Yeah.
Big old Oregon raindrops. Cat not quite fully committing to the putts today.
Yeah, Sofia.
Yeah, just keeps on canning them like it's not a big deal.
Yeah, she's gotten 4 out of the last 5. Paige, good for her birdie.
Putt looking super smooth.
Already 5 down. Yesterday, she shot 9, which is the current course record of this particular layout.
But it's wild to see her doing it in such bad conditions.
Yeah, that is where I was going. Good mind reading.
Sorry, we got a little distracted by Own. Unfortunately, missing a putt.
Yeah, struggling today. 10 strokes back of the lead, just playing for position at this point.
Sometimes with a spin putt, it is really difficult to maintain your accuracy when everything's wet. You just don't get as much pop or as reliable of spin off your hand. It's rough to see. Holland, Hanley, and Paige currently tied for the hot round at 5 down.
Wrapping up the front 9, hole 9's a par 4, 595 feet, a really difficult one. You need a huge arm to get a putt on this low ceiling, as they tend to be out here. There's a mandatory on the right. OB line on the left can really come into play, and there's a little hazard over there too that you could find with, I don't know, a wild second shot maybe. You have to go huge off the tee to be in any kind of position to attack on the second. It can, honestly, most of the time, you just end up playing for par on this one. It has to be such a phenomenal tee shot.
Ooh, and Sofia might show us how to do it.
That's great.
Yeah, she's taken all the low ceiling branches out of her line for the second shot. There's another way to do that is by pushing the OB left, but it's just so risky. You have to land so close over there. Paige with the distance as well to get under all of those branches.
Also so good.
So straight for so long.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, love this from Kat.
Yeah, more of a flip-up play, now pushing nice and straight.
These shots are incredible.
Yeah, top tier.
I feel like they're throwing them probably 400 feet, maybe a little bit more than that.
Like dead straight, too, with a lot of stuff in the way. Own working the flex sidearm.
That's
also so good.
Also a huge shot.
But a normal huge shot. You can see how far the pin is.
Most FPO players landing behind those trees on the left as their disc slows down at about 330. Own giving herself a putt inside circle 2. So impressive.
Right. And that's honestly great. Not that many people even get there.
No. Let's see for some stats. Only 2 people got to circle 1 in regulation. Only 7 got to circle 2.
Paige puts it to inside 20 feet for another birdie to go 6 down through 9.
Sofia just puring these hyzer lines, pushing trees on the right side comfortably. Or at least appearing to be comfortable.
Cat swinging around that last tree and also there looking at a birdie. Just remember that this really is hard. This is a hard hole.
I mean, out of the top 24 competitors this weekend, only 2 people got to circle 1. So close. Just a little bit low for Own to grab that birdie. Sofia dealing with one of these blooming rhododendron bushes, not quite able to get over and in.
Strong looking bid though. Cat putting that one in with some authority. That feels 3 under.
That feels good to make a putt after a couple missed ones. Paige just right there. Wow. Yeah. Paige and Kat were 2 of only 4 birdies today. And how impressive it is to be there with a look. That wraps up our front 9. Not quite as bad of conditions as was forecasted. Definitely rainy. But they called it an atmospheric river. I thought it was just going to be like downpouring.
Yeah.
But
atmospheric river.
Cool. We love that.
Paige, 6 down through 9, a 5-stroke lead over Kat Mertsch. Holland Hanley, 6 down through 10. Okay.
Yeah,
cool.
Screaming up the leaderboard, finding her way into a podium position right now after the front 9.
Holland and Sofia, 6 strokes back of the lead. Paige in control at this moment, but as Madison said, some really difficult holes on the back, especially towards the latter part of the round. We have 9 more holes to watch.
Yeah, look at everyone under par too in these bad conditions. It's really showing how good FPO is right now on this challenging Glendoveer East course. We have 9 more on Championship Sunday. And yeah, come hang with us. I'm Madison Walker.
I'm Erika Stinchcomb. Thanks to the Founders Club, and we are your 2 hot geese.
Honk.
Honk.